Welcome back to this series on REST Assured and API testing. So in previous videos, we saw how we can get the booking from our RESTful Booker API, and we also saw how we can create a booking. In this one, we're going to have a look on how we can update the booking. And in REST Assured, not only in REST Assured, in general, when you need to update an item, you will make a put request. And this is the way to do it in the RESTful Booker. So we have, we're calling the endpoint and we're giving in the body the update that we need. As we've seen in previous video, we can copy this curl example, can go into Postman, make import, raw text, click continue a couple of times, and we have everything then set up. We have our headers, we have the body, and we should be ready to go at the moment. As you can see, we are updating the first booking. So let's send the request. And apparently we get a 400 free back. 400 free means forbidden. And the reason is, if we check the headers, there is in the cookie section, there is a token parameter. And per default, or in the example, it's set to ABC123. But this is not really a token. If we have a look in the documentation from the API, we have authentication. And here, let's just copy this part. We make a post request to actually get a token. Okay, let's go to Postman, File, Import. And we send it and we get back a token. And if we copy this token from here and we replace it here, okay, copy it a little bit too much. Okay. And now we get our 200 response back. So we have our setup in place. We will need to first generate a token. And after we generate the token, we can use this in our put request. And we will see afterwards that the update has been done. For example, here, if I take test, here I would do test1 and send it, we will see that the booking has been updated and has now first name test1. So let's go into IntelliJ in REST Assured and let's write our steps. So first we need to generate a token. Then we need to use the token to make an update. And afterwards we can get the information for the booking that we changed. And well, we can check if the changes were made. Okay, so let's start with the first one. In the first part, we will need to create a function that returns our token, because we cannot just hardcode the token. We want each time we run the test to generate a new token to know that it is a valid one and to use it in our test. So the token, as far as we could see, is a string. And let's make it get token. We're still not going to make it mega full, nice and pretty, but like I said, patience is a virtue. Once we get through all of the operations, get, post, put, and spoiler alert, delete, we will come back and make make some changes so that all our tests look a little bit better. So as I said, we need to write a function that gets our token, and then it can be used in so we have a string token, and this one is going to call our get token. Okay, but now we need to write our part here. So as I said, we need a function that returns something, and it will return the response, or it will return a part of the response that we get when actually calling the this endpoint here for authentication. Okay, so let's do like I did before, given, and we make it a little bit more pretty. Okay, and let's just go ahead and from Postman, if we go here, we have code, and we can actually go ahead and copy a part of the information. So it's the header and the body. Pasted it here. Oh, copy paste is always a challenge. Okay, so we have the head and we have the body, and afterwards, oops, we will need to post to our endpoint. Oopsie doopsie, like this, perfect. And afterwards, we will need to get the information. So we'll get the information using, we have the given part, we have then the then, and what will we do afterwards? We will extract. No, we installed this dependency, the JSON path. So we will extract the JSON, and from the JSON, we need to extract the value for the token. And that is achieved by doing getString and writing token. Okay, so let's see if we run this system. Or let's just make another string here, token2, and we save everything, and let's just we'll check that it works in a few minutes. So we this is the code which, if we run this code, we should get back the token. Actually, we should get back the value for the token. And now let's just write our test. And since we want this to be run before each test, we will add a before each hook, or before test hook. And now let's just add here our test, which will do the update booking. This one is a little bit more straightforward. We have our given, and we can actually copy paste from the put like we did before in the code. We can copy everything this is a lot. Let's just add some space so that we see what's going on. Okay. And once we have the, so we have the header, okay, we have the authentication, we have the body. We just need now to call the endpoint, which is this one here, to modify the first booking. And then we'll just check that the status code is 200. Yeah. Okay, and let's just add a breakpoint here before the token, and we will. I need to make a to add the add test here, and let's just debug it. And if we check the token, so the token has a value, we will need now to modify this token value here, but we will need to keep the format. So we have the token value. Let's just stop this. Let's remove token value. So we have the token. And this should basically make test one and test two. This should basically make the cookie to be token equals and then the token value. Okay, I think we can actually run now the test. So it seems to have passed, and one way to check this is if we would actually go in Postman and we make another request to get the first entry, booking number 1. Of course, I took the incorrect one. Okay, so as you can see, it has test 1 and test 2. Perfect. And we will write another code or another test here to check that once we did the update, that the values have been changed. So we add another test. It will be public void get update, and this one we did. So we just need to get this URL here, and then we check that the body contains a specific string, and let's just say here raster. We have here test. So let's check that it contains raster. Okay, now we can run the whole tests. Okay, it seems for some reason the update didn't work, but that is good. That's why we do this. Let's see what went wrong. Let's just run it again. And now it seems to have worked. Maybe I forgot to save. Okay, so there you have it. This is how we can do a put. By put meaning an update of an item. And we have here also for the first time a function that executes before a test, and it is needed in order to generate our token. Thank you for watching this video. As always, if you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.